saying hi to her friends, but yeah.
So, what's your name?
Tara.
Tara, and you are from?
Champlin.
Champlin. Okay, what brings you out here today, Tara?
Well, I wanted to come out to exercise my my First Amendment right, and this is my first time ever really doing something like this, and it's energizing because such a time as this, we're actually in a very pivotal point right now. We're at a fork in the road, and we need to use our voices. And I'm encouraging everyone to do so in a very respectful and honorable way. We don't have to come out here and shame anyone. We don't have to. We don't even have to agree on some things.
Right.
And so my goal right now is to help liberate our state and our country. I don't, and to be a voice in that. My husband's a small business owner. I'm a stay-at-home mother who is now, homeschooling, distance learning.
And encouraged to maybe continue to do that even after.
Absolutely, yeah. Now that I've gotten my feet wet doing, the distance learning, I see my capabilities and my strengths, and in homeschooling, and I see that's where we're headed. And not to say I don't support the schools, because I very much love the charter school my daughter is attending, the paraprofessionals that help her. She has an individualized education program.
You're fine. I love the enthusiasm.
All right. So she has an individualized education program, otherwise known as an IEP. And with that, she gets support through the school. Okay. And it's free.
It's vital to her.
It's vital to her. And so while I can see homeschooling in our future, I also am strongly considering staying at her school doing distance learning with the paraprofessionals that are helping her, because it's been a benefit to her.
Right.
To my surprise. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a benefit to me. I'm learning from these
them.
teachers.
Yeah. But this has affected her, you said, as we were leading up to this conversation, you said this has affected her in some respects in a negative way.
Yes.
Because it's been very hard for her for concentration and even her mental and emotional health.
Yes. So she's been in tears several times because she misses her classmates, her her school, her teachers. She's not fully she's 8. She's not fully understanding what this all means and how deep it really goes. And so I'm careful with her and how I explain things. But she understands that for now we are staying separate, and that there is a chance we will go back. But how do you like staying home? And so she's okay with staying home now. However, getting to that point, it was an emotional roller coaster.
She needs that interaction.
Yeah, well,
we all do.
She was qualified under ASD, or autism, and autism spectrum disorder. So she ticked boxes in the social aspect. Well, she's being stunted now. Because she's not, we're social in our family, but that's contact. She's home safe, everything's, it's way different when a child who is autistic goes to a school or a place that's not her home or their home.
And it's not pushing her outside of her comfort zones, which...
No, she's not able to rise to the challenge or to the occasion. And
which she needs.
Absolutely. And so we're trying to do that through Zoom or Google Classroom. And it's absolutely a distraction because these children they're interfacing on a device. It's not the same.
Right, absolutely. So your family's been impacted on several levels. Your husband with his work.
Yes.
Your daughter being cut off from her friends, classmates, a comfort zone, an environment that she's used to being in, which she needs.
Yes.
She needs that regular and structured and consistent lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So your family's also pushed now financially.
Absolutely. My husband and I own, well, he's a computer software engineer, so he's a contractor, so a small business. And his client, who he's been with for almost 3 years, has recently, 2 days ago, told everyone that they are required to take mandatory furlough of 2 weeks. We just moved into our new home.
Buying it.
Right. We just purchased a new home. We actually moved in March 22nd. Not, unsure of, our future there and if we're going to even be able to keep this house, but just, you know, just living our lives and hoping for the best, and and using our voice.
And a $1,200 check per adult and $500 per dependent is not going to pay all the bills and pay the mortgage and keep your business afloat.
No, unfortunately,
No.
no. We will take a huge hit for this. We ordered carpet because there was dogs in the home before us, so we ordered carpet, and it was too late to cancel it. So we're out $4,000. We're also out more than that for him missing work.
Right.
And so we're taking a huge hit, and we're not sure if he'll be approved for the small business loan.
Right.
And we have strong feelings about that too.
Right.
Which is another reason why I'm here. Like we want to work. We don't want a government handout.
And now you said you're 40.
Yes.
I know we're not supposed to talk about a lady's age.
I don't mind.
You said you're 40, and you weren't raised this way. You grew up in a
very liberal household.
left-wing household that was kind of hands-off.
Yep. They were, how I say, politically apathetic. And I don't, I'm not judging them for that. I'm just saying.
That's the way it was.
And so I'm learning now more than ever, and riding on the shoulders of many of my beautiful friends who are well educated and intellectual and care deeply about people. Another reason why I'm out here is because I know people that have been affected mentally, like their mental health. They're depressed. I've experienced a low-grade depression myself, and while mental health is a really important aspect of my life, I'm seeing it affecting other, and I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I'm seeing symptoms, of what I would call low-grade depression. Others, not so much. People are suffering with domestic abuse. They're all trapped inside their houses together. It's terrible. And their
alcohol and drug consumption's on the way up.
It's up. The domestic abuse is up.
Yep.
Suicides are at an all-time high. I have my uncle's a small business owner. He went up north and shut down his shop. I don't know how he's doing. And I can just imagine this is people's livelihood. They've worked all their lives for this, and it's just being, it's falling apart and that's out of their control, it's slipping through their hands. That's why I'm out here today.
So we're out here in front of the governor's palatial house that's paid for by taxpayers.
Yes.
He's taken a 10% pay cut. Others
Ouch.
Others are far more affected. If Governor Walz was standing here today as a Christian, recently new to your faith, because I know that feeling.
Yeah.
What would you have to say to the governor one-on-one right now, speaking for your family, in a way that you think would impact him?
I would start by asking him questions about his own beliefs, because that I do value that. I do value somebody else's stance, their belief system, their motive. It does help me to, then better respond to all of this. Getting to know him in his public speaking, I would have to ask him, does he truly value people? Does he truly value freedom and what this country stands for? Does he truly value family? Because again, we're having concentrated family time right now, and it's not necessarily a good thing for some people. Kids, their safe place was school, and it breaks my heart that these people are with their abusers. It breaks my heart that with the sex trafficking as modern day slavery, they're stuck with their pimps and their abusers. This is way more than meets the eye. The ripple effect and medical freedom is coming right now. I mean, we're looking at a lot right now, and we've decided for our own family, we are not going to allow our bodies to be injected with a vaccine for coronavirus. That's a whole other can of worms, and that's another reason why I'm here today.
Awesome.
And I think others are as well. And again, if we don't agree, that's okay too.
Right.
Another ministry I'm passionate about is bringing people together in a way that is a respectful, mature, walk in humility, learn about each other.
Right.
Ask a lot of questions.
Absolutely.
And don't spread hate. There's no time for that.
Well, I appreciate your time.
Absolutely.